Welcome to the 2025 version of Better Ask Somebody. We got Drae, Stay Sharp in the building. We in Chasing Every Dollar Studios. Shout out to them for having us. Better Ask Somebody will be on Apple Podcasts starting with this episode moving forward. So please check us out there if you're not watching on YouTube or anything like that. The credit episode 2. Me personally, after the credit episode 1, my life started turning up. Just understanding the game and even sharing it with my people. I even told them, I said, man, for real, I only remember 10 minutes of the episode off the top of my head. There's so much game in that 1 hour of talking that we did. We had to do it again.
No question.
We had to do it again for those who it's tax time. Come get your credit repaired. Get it right. Get yourself. I'm telling you, bro. Listen. The basic information, get your credit score, get your secure credit card. That's basic information, and that's cool. But once you get that profile and once you get them scores, turn your life up. And I promise you, we're going to have Drae explain more of it. But I'm definitely glad to have him. I'm definitely glad to have built that relationship just to get that information and share that with my people. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole point of all this, if y'all didn't know, is to share this info with the people, with our people, our demographic. You feel me? So, Drae, thanks for coming. Thanks for having us again. Thanks for, I'm telling you, just thank you. It's so much I can thank you for in one go, bro.
Bro, no
nah,
problem,
for real.
bro. No problem, bro. Listen, bro, this is what I do. So anybody that come to me, they got credit questions, business credit questions. This is what I do, bro. I don't gatekeep. I feel that everybody should know this information, and it can turn them up. Once they actually grasp and grab hold of the information, it could turn them up,
And so you sent me a list of topics of things that, we wanted to touch on. And you said you built a PowerPoint. So the first question I'm just going to ask you is, what's the most important topic that you feel like needs to be touched on in this episode?
I'm just going to talk about the most important thing, bro. I feel like people need to know is just the importance of personal credit and how to use it to obtain business credit. That's the most important thing, because people don't understand really that you need really good personal credit. You have to have good personal credit in order to obtain business funding. So that's the most important thing that I really wanted to touch on. I'm gonna dig a little deeper into some institutions, what your profile need to look like, stuff like that. I'm gonna dig into it a little bit and kind of give you some sequences and stuff and some plays that you guys can actually put together to go execute. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's all about execution. Once you get the information, you can watch YouTube 1,000 times. You can watch 1 million podcasts. You can watch. But if you don't execute on the information, it ain't helping you.
I was sharing with you off the mic that even with this information, the mindset ain't easy to just change. And you still got to go through your progressions as a person who's organized, payment on time, keeping track of your dates, staying organized for real, just staying on point of what day this going to happen, what day is that going to happen, so you can continue to grow. So I will ask you this for personal. When you get this information and you might mess up your credit report, how easy is it to repair it or through you or through your services as well?
Well, I mean, to be honest, bro, I tell people what credit repair. It varies because everybody's profile is different. The timing of accounts are different. Everything is different. Even how your profile is built out. No profile is exactly the same. They all different, bro. So it takes different time. As far as what me and my company do, man, deletions, you'll see deletions happening within 30 to 35 days with my company. I mean, you can, some people can repair their credit on their own and they won't see deletions for 60 days, but it takes time. It all depends because there's multiple ways to skin a cat. So you can use it's 3 ways to dispute credit errors, and those 3 ways are factual disputing, you got consumer law, and then you have Metro 2 compliance. So it's 3 different ways that you can dispute errors on your credit report. So the way that you approach it, it's all about how you approach it. So it can be different times for different people.
And if y'all need whatever level you on with this, I'm telling you, this the man right here. And like I say, now is the time for real, because you got some extra bread to play with. You might as well put it in the right position. And as far as business credit goes, you said that your personal credit has to build your business credit. What are the possibilities once you have obtained that business credit? I've seen advertisements on your page about the available funding that you can get. Go a little bit further into the funding possibilities.
So when your personal profile is fully structured and built out, man, you can go get up to $250,000 on a brand new LLC. $250K, a quarter ticket you could get for a brand new business, and I'm talking 0% interest financing, to where you can leverage that and really do some damage to really turn your business up. So as far as what your personal profile need to look like, I'll start there. So with your personal profile, 35% is payment history. So 35% of your score is payment history. Can you pay somebody back on time? That's the most important thing. It's 35% of your score. So let's say you got a family member, right? You let them borrow $500 and they say they're going to pay you back on Friday. Friday come around, you don't get your $500. Mm-hmm. You let a few days go by, you let them rock out. You're like, all right, maybe something happened. Maybe they forgot. Few days go by, they never paid you the $500.
That's when your statement come in, by the way.
Right. So now you in your mind, you like, damn, they late on that payment.
You late on the payment,
they late on that
and it's on record. After a few days, it's on record.
So you thinking like, all right, damn, I can't loan that person no more money.
Right.
The institutions, bro, they think the same way. If you owe somebody and you late, why would I give you money and you owe somebody? So 35% of your score, bro, is that's what makes up 35% of your score, should I say, is payment history. And then under that is how much credit are you using? That's 30% of your score.
Right.
So those 2 categories, 65% of your score. How much money you spending and are you paying it back on time?
Right.
That's 65% of your score.
That's the main part, really.
If you can control those 2 categories, everything else falls in line, bro. Everything else falls in line. You know what I mean? You have 15% is credit age, and then you have credit mix, which is 10%, and then you got new accounts, which is 10%.
I seen you mention that with the low balance credit lines or credit cards that you have, you still keep them active for the credit age.
Yeah, that's a good question, bro. That's a good question. So, for instance, I have these old subprime credit cards. They nasty work credit cards, bro. I'm talking Credit One, subprime lenders. I'm talking, nasty credit cards, bro. But this is when I used these credit cards to rebuild my profile. Like it was just what I could get approved for at the time. I was rebuilding. I was new to credit, not necessarily new to it, but these were the cards that I was able to get to rebuild out my profile. Let's just say that. And now I got my profile rebuilt out. My scores is over 800, bro. But the reason that they are like that is because that's a huge factor. It's the age. It's the age. So that's a huge factor. When people are like, man, I can't get my credit score from 700 to or 750 to 800. That's a huge factor. It's the age. It just comes with time. And I'll tell you, the sweet spot for age, bro, is 5 years. 5 years is the sweet spot. It's good. 10 years is great. So 5 years good, 10 years great, 2 years thin. So if a lender looks at your profile and they like, you got 2 years, then it's a trick for that.
Right.
You add an authorized user. Go to mom's, go to dad, go to uncle, grandpa, somebody that's got an old credit card with old credit card with great payment history and low utilization. Because you don't want that card to hit your credit report and they got a missed payment on it. Because now that missed payment is now on your credit report.
Right.
So everything that's good on that credit card, now it reflects on your credit report. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how you can overcome the age, is with the authorized user to get over that hump.
Y'all heard that right there. So this is why people are important. There's a lot of people that want to do everything by themselves and don't want to deal with building relationships with your family members and your friends. But a strong relationship as such can help you get into a bigger door if their credit is right or if their payment history is right. So, you know what I'm saying? Keep building your relationships and keep them on point, man. I'm trying to tell you. I do have a question. A lot of these questions, I ain't gonna say a lot of them, but some of them are definitely from personal experience. Sometimes questions I may not have asked on the first episode or something that I've experienced since then. So let's say somebody builds their credit up to a point where they get what they need as far as the beginning part. I definitely got a question about the credit one, because them people are the people that they like attack you to get their credit cards, basically. But the question I'm asking is, when you have you ever experienced somebody who had a nice credit score, it got low, and it came back to, you know, a place where you can gain funding and, you know, utilize it properly?
Yeah. No doubt, bro. No doubt. So like I said, it all depends what's your profile makeup. So if you have, now if you're dealing with a late payment, you missed a payment, late payment, that could hinder you from obtaining more funding. But I'll tell you the sweet spot, is people say it's 24 months, right around 12 months. If you done paid the lender back 12 months straight, they give you a good grade. You in a good grace. They'll open the door for you again and say, all right, you know, he something happened, you know. But usually if you just got one missed late payment, bro, you could usually call the lender and ask them for forgiveness, and then sometimes they'll forgive you. You know, you say, hey, you know, you can see, you know, I caught up on my account. Now. If I make this payment, well, once I make this payment, is it any way you guys can overturn that late payment? You know what I mean? Now, some of them will, some of them won't. So if you got to go through credit repair to remove the late payment, you can go through credit repair to remove the late payment. See,
I didn't even know you can ask them for something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even...
For sure, bro.
So communication is key.
Yep.
It's crazy because the most of the concepts here are like fundamental life concepts outside of credit.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Communication is key. Build your relationship so you can, you know, you can work better together and, you know, see what you can get. See what can work for you by actually asking questions and actually communicating with the creditors or, you know, whoever it is that you need to communicate. But in this case, the creditor.
Yep. So you could call them. And a lot of times to finish the question, bro, that you asked, a lot of times, the issue that I see is just utilization. People overspend on their credit cards and they don't pay it back. So their utilization, like we spoke about, is 30% of your score.
Wow.
If you're not paying it back and you maxed out on your cards and you trying to go apply for more cards, then they're gonna see that you maxed out, bro. Right. Why would I want to give you more money and you owe these people 10 bands? Why would I want to give you another 10 and you done owed them 10 for the last 4, 5, 6, 7 months? They can see how much money you paying. They can see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They can see. So that's a huge problem that people have, is utilization. But you can overcome that. You got an AU. You got an authorized user trade line. So now, say you got $10,000 in credit card debt and you maxed out. Now I got a $40,000 card that has no balance. Yeah. Now I add you to that $40,000 card. Now your utilization just drops to the ground because that $40,000 just reflected on your credit. So now,
damn, that's something heavy to think about right there.
Your utilization then dropped, and now you are able to now apply for more funding in your name. because your utilization is dropped. So you can play this game with certain lenders. And like I said, the authorized user trade line, it's a authorized user trade line. So it's not considered a primary account. So it's not your account. So they know other lenders can look at it and say, hey, that's really not his account, but he's on it. But the overall makeup of your credit score is what some lenders look at. They don't dig real deep and say, oh, that's an authorized user. They look, say, oh, he's under 30%. Let's give him some cash. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So you can play that game too. But that's the huge thing, bro, is utilization. That's the number one thing, huge factor that I see that hinders people from obtaining more funding is utilization. Yup.
Damn, bro.
Big factor.
Definitely feel like I'm learning again. I definitely feel like...
No doubt, bro. I told you I was going to bring some heat, bro.
Hey,
and
bro.
I'm just getting started, bro. I ain't even gotten to the banks and no personal sequences and no...
Yeah, well, let's get into the personal sequence.
Nothing like that, bro. So, like, you know, with funding sequences, man, it can be... I'll let you ask me what you want to ask me, and then I'll kind of dig into what you kind of want to know, bro.
So... let's start with what funding sequence is, because one, I don't know, but at the same time, I know our listeners don't know. So let's start with what a funding sequence is.
Yeah, so I'll break down a funding sequence, bro. So a funding sequence is when you are looking to do business with an institution, but you want to know data points on that institution before you go and do business with them.
Right.
You want to know where they pull from. You want to know what products they offer. How many products you can get with one inquiry. That's kind of doing your homework on the institution, and setting up your sequence. That's a funding sequence, because you about to go on a in the industry they call it going on a funding run. You about to go on a run. So you can start with I'll give you 3 banks. Mm-hmm. They all and what I mean by let's get back to sequence is you want institutions that pull from different bureaus. So you don't want to go to an institution like you want them to all pull from 3 different credit bureaus. So you got Equifax, you got TransUnion, and you got Experian. Mm-hmm. So you want to find 3 banks that pull from these 3 bureaus to set up your sequence. So now you can go to I'll give you an easy one. I ain't even gonna give you the easy one. I'll do something different other than Navy Federal.
Yeah, we got the Navy.
Everybody loves Navy Federal. I like to talk about Navy Federal, so I'm gonna just talk about something different than Navy Federal.
We got Navy Federal on episode 1, 2 for those who need to know about Navy Federal.
I'm gonna get something different than Navy Federal, bro. And this is a credit union that's around. It's local to our area. We in VA, so it's local to our area, and it's Apple Federal Credit Union. Mm-hmm. You can go through Apple Federal Credit Union, and they give out great products just like Navy, and they pull from TransUnion. So that's a credit union. Boom, you can bank with them. They pull from TransUnion. Now I give you another institution. They pull from Experian, and it's PNC. PNC, they pull from Experian. So that's one institution. PNC pulls from Experian. So now you got TransUnion, and now you got an Experian. So now we want to find one that pulls from Equifax. And I'm going to give you one. It's Truist. Truist pulls from Equifax all day long, bro. That's 3 institutions right there you can hit for a 60 piece. Just like that. Boom, boom, boom. That's a 60 piece. Right
hey Lee, you getting this?
Right off the bat, bro.
Okay, I was just making sure that this information is bleeding.
That's just on the personal side. That's just setting up a personal sequence. But honestly, bro, like I would really like to dig into more credit unions, because credit unions are like the way to go. I'm gonna scroll through real quick.
Yeah,
right
please.
Here we could probably chop it. I'm gonna just find a couple that I can give. How
you feel like this has changed your immediate family's life, like your brothers, whoever you help utilize?
Oh man, I mean it's changed a lot. I mean people that's close to me. I mean my close family and friends, bro. I was kind of like, a lot of people I took on at the beginning. I did the work for free, right. Just because I wanted to show them. I'm like, trust me with this work. Right. Just give it to me, and I'm gonna do it for free. Just sit back and just do what I tell you to do. and watch how it changed your situation. And bro, I've taken people from 480s to 650s, almost 700 credit scores over a matter of 3 to 6 months. You feel what I'm saying? Like credit repair takes time. A lot of people, they have a thin profile. So if you come to me and you have a thin profile, I can clean you up in 30 to 60 days. But if you have a damaged profile, like if you just been a straight credit crook, bro, like, and you ain't paid nobody back, bro, like
ever,
and you just one of them, it's gonna take time, bro. It's gonna take time. Honestly,
that's fair though. That's fair.
It's gonna take time, but you know, it's a lot of shit on the internet that people they see and they like, oh, I can get my credit clean in 7 days and, you know, 3, 4, 5 days, 2 weeks, all of this credit sweeps and all of this shit. Bro, I do real credit repair. We study consumer law. We do real credit repair. We don't do none of these. So I'll tell y'all this shit that's going on. I know y'all done heard about the CFPB, and I don't know if y'all heard about that. The CFPB is actually shut down right now. The government actually shut down the CFPB. And if you don't know what the CFPB is, it's the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. It protects us, the consumer, against these institutions, big banks. So Elon Musk, he came in with the Doge team and he shut that shit down. So it's on hold right now. So you can't even dispute through the CFPB. That's where a lot of credit disputes go through, is the CFPB, because they're there to protect you. They make the bureaus respond faster than me or you just sending a bullshit letter through the mail, and then they coming back with like a bullshit stall letter response saying, hey, X, Y, and Z, we see you trying to repair your credit.
But they shut that down.
They shut that shit down. They shut the CFPB down. It's bro, they only can shut it down for a certain amount of time. You feel what I'm saying? So it's up in the air right now. It's up in the air right now, bro.
See, so you had mentioned the people who clean your credit up in 5 to 7 days. I just want to say to those who's listening, that sound like a red flag. If you know anything about credit, it just sound like a red flag.
Facts.
And the reason I say that is because, like I said, credit episode 1, I'm really just getting my teeth in as far as knowledge. Then, like I say, it's a mindset change. So I'm really looking to have, you know, that may be a long time, but I'm looking at like a couple years from now to have that aim for that credit, that credit score that's life changing and to maintain it. Right. You feel what I'm saying? So I think when you say 3 to 6 months to get yourself back at least on an even keel to move forward, learning what I've learned, that's not a lot of time in the grand scheme of things. Right. You got kids, you know what I'm saying? You want your shit straight for your kids' college.
Right.
You want your shit straight for when it's time to get them a car.
Right.
You want this shit straight for when it's time for you to buy a house. Some people are in the age range now to buy houses. Some people to buy houses after they 40, after they 50. You definitely want to have your shit prepared for when you're ready to do bigger purchases.
No doubt about it. And that's another important thing. You mentioned the kids. So with kids, bro, you can add your child to your credit card as young as you want to. Some institutions you got to be 13, but a lot of other institutions, bro, you could just add them. You could just add your kid on to your credit card, and of course, I mean, they'll get a credit card, but you don't have to give them the card. Right. So you can take the card and throw it in a drawer, bro. And now when your kid turns 18, they got all your good credit. So now when they hit 18, they can go out and buy an auto. They can go out and get an auto loan. They can go out and use their credit because they got good credit already. Now they can go get a couple primaries in their name and use their credit instead of like us. Well, I say myself, I came out of high school, bro. I didn't even know what the fuck credit was.
Me neither.
I had no idea what credit was, bro.
I just knew it was credit cards. I
always used cash for everything. Yeah. I didn't know what credit was. Like, nobody taught me about credit, bro. I didn't know. I did not know anything about financial literacy at all. As
a young black hustler, and I definitely wanted to mention this because you had said about the authorized user, and I use that as a part of building relationships and maintaining them because they obviously can pay off. But just imagine, most of my demographic and people that are going to be watching this at one point was a young black hustler.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Most likely. Imagine, and I want y'all specifically, I want you to imagine all the money we made as far as you, your homeboys, your plug, whoever, the people that you did your business with. Imagine collectively coming together and understanding that credit line at that age with all the money that was at the disposal.
Yeah, bro.
It'd be crazy.
Yeah, bro. It made me upset when I used to think about it. Because I'm like, you know what? We used to do the music. You know, niggas was grinding, doing all this shit. But if you actually understood the credit game, bro, we could have been rich. We could have been rich. Early. Because you could take a LLC, bro, and put your music label behind the LLC, and then you could take that LLC and open a business bank account. Now you're able to get business products as long as you got good credit. Now you can take that same mindset that you was in the street. Oh, I gotta hustle to grind and stack this paper to be able to show this shit in music videos and do all of this shit. Now you got an LLC and a business bank account. Now I can go to the bank and go get a $50,000 line of credit. Now I can take that $50,000 line of credit and treat it as cash. Now I can take it. When I have a $50,000 line of credit, anytime I need to borrow money from the bank, I just go borrow it from that line of credit. Pull from the $50,000 line. It goes right to my bank account and it acts as cash. Right on hand. I can go right to the bank and say, hey, let me I need $30,000 out of that line of credit that I got for $50K. I need $30,000. It hits my bank account immediately. And I only have to pay back what I borrow. Yeah. I don't pay back on the full 50. I only pay back the 20 or the 30 that I borrow. You feel what I'm saying? Yes. And that's playing the game. And the shit don't report to my personal profile. That's a whole nother part. My personal score. That's a whole nother part. It's not hindering my personal score. So it's a fucking cheat code. If you don't understand it, I don't know how to understand. I don't know how to explain it to you to make you understand it. But you're leveraging other people's money to make your own money. Right. That's how this economy is set up. That's what it's all about. And I think that the more people who don't understand it, we have to find ways such as that. But if you really study history and study like how this country was built and how we had a discussion about the people selling the trees in the stores and all of that, man, they came over here to get this money. Period. Like all of that family stuff, that's like I said, that's a product. That's a product to sell you. Man, I got to get this crib for the family. You know what I'm saying? I got to get this college education to get this crib for the family. But you got people coming over here who know what America about. They skipping all that. They getting straight to the bag. Yeah. They get to the bag, then they start utilizing these credit scores and credit cards. And man, let me get 20 of my people over here to get 20 more credit scores. Yep. Mind you, you know what I'm saying? Leveraging credit, bro. Leveraging credit. And guess what? That's the whole point about us needing to work together and why we need to work together as a team, whether it be your family, whether it be your community, your neighborhood, whatever it is. You got 20 people coming over here understanding the system. That's a family. That's a brand or whatever they doing together. They utilizing that shit together, bro. Right. It 100% right, bro. Once you learn how to leverage credit, so for instance, you can have two people. You can have two people on an LLC. One person can have great credit and the other person can not have great credit. The person that has the LLC, say if it's one person, they have an LLC and it's a husband and wife. The first person, they don't got good credit. They can now bring in the partner and put them on that business, 85% owner on the operating agreement. And now they can go apply for credit in that person's name in the business. Leveraging the other person's credit score on that business. Now you got business funding for your business and you got bad credit. That's how fucked up this credit system is, bro. It's a loophole in everything that you want to do. You just got to figure out the loophole. That's it. And now this is person B that just got funded. Person A that owns the business, they got fucked up credit. Now they going through credit repair. So now once their credit is good, then you just swap the operating agreement. Now this person goes back to 85% on the operating agreement, back to 15% for the wife. Now you're going to take person A and going to get them 150 to 200 racks in business funding. Then you got 400K in business funding off two people. That's almost a half a ticket. Two people. Just like that. That's how you really can operate and scale your company and scale your business. Just like that, bro. It's that simple.
And this is what I mean by getting the education through the podcast.
That simple, bro.
Cause just like I did on Credit Episode 1, on Credit Episode 2, we're gonna make a movie. Because I'm just, the only thing you could do is be more turned up. Like, even if you don't do it for yourself, now you can understand how to put somebody else in position and benefit off of it. Not on no finesse way, but just, man, you know, hey, bro, we out here trying to make it work, and it's 2025, and as you can see, a lot of people have said, you know, it's probably going to be, you know, I don't know for sure at all, but it's like, you know, a lot of people say, man, it's probably going to be a lot of declining opportunities for us to get in the game. You feel what I'm saying?
It is, man. Credit's tightening up, bro. It's 2025. They making it harder to obtain credit. I wouldn't say they making it too hard. They just changing up a lot of the qualifications like it used to. You know, you could used to, sneak by with a couple of blemishes and stuff like that. But now it's so tight because a lot of people I'm going to be straight up, bro. A lot of people been burning these banks. They've been burning them. So now it's like, you know, once the information gets out there and then people find out that it's a play to run, especially amongst our type of people.
Yeah.
When it's a play to be ran, we gonna run that bitch into the ground. Once they find out about it, they gonna patch it up. They gonna patch the loopholes up. So that's what I mean by making it harder. The money's still there. The money's out there. The money, you can go get it. It's out there. You just gotta make sure that you are you strap tight on the personal side. If your profile is tight, they won't deny you, bro. They won't deny you. Small things like inquiries and stuff like that, applying for too much credit. Too much new credit too fast, that can stump you a little bit. You know, that's when coming in. That's why business funding is important, because business funding doesn't report to your personal, but you need your personal to obtain the business funding. But you know how when you apply for a credit card, they put an inquiry on your credit. So when they put that inquiry on your credit, when you apply for business funding and they put that inquiry on your credit, you get it removed, because it's not attached to a personal account. So if you have an inquiry on your profile and it's attached to a personal account, say you apply for a Bank of America card, just say for instance, they ran your credit, you got the Bank of America credit card, came to your house, you got the inquiry, it's on your credit report. You can't call and remove that inquiry. If you do, they'll close your account down. But say you went to Bank of America in your business, you apply for that same business credit card, you got the business credit card, came to your house, you got the inquiry on your report. You call up the credit bureaus and you tell them, hey, I never applied with Bank of, this is not my inquiry. I don't know where this came from. Right. Please remove it. They remove it. You still got an open credit card with Bank of America because it's not attached to your personal account. So that's how you can hide your debt, bro, on the personal side, on the business side. That's how you can hide your debt.
I would like to highlight at this point that people say this all the time, especially when you're trying to start a business, about your personal life and your business life. They really are separate. And when you file taxes, it's separate numbers. And obviously, you basically a whole nother person, but you're not a person, you're an entity. Please understand.
Yep.
Not a human being. Yep. But man, there's so much I wanna. Anyway.
Yeah, it's a lot, bro. It's a lot, man.
I have a question where I would like to ask. Your most successful customers that have sought you out during the credit repair. I see some screenshots of some stories, but you know, personally, as far as what you've seen, what are your most successful clients?
Man, I got a lot of them, bro.
Give me something that's memorable.
I'll tell you what, I got 30 days. I got off of one client's profile, bro. I removed 65 deletions off his profile in 30 days. 65 deletions. Now I'm talking inquiries, charge-offs, collections, child support, a lot of shit, bro. 65 deletions. His score jumped Overall, through all three bureaus, I want to say his score jumped about 300 points.
300 points. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, 300 points. He went from low fives to mid sixes all the way around the board after just one round.
Yeah.
And then we fully cleaned him up in about 65, 70 days, about 70 days. 70, yeah, I'll probably say 70 days.
Those is results, bro.
Yeah, fully cleaned them up.
Just pay your rent 2 times with some credit repair and you're going to be lit.
Yeah, and I mean, I tell people, man, like, with credit repair, and they look at it like, oh, I don't got it to invest. Like, you got to look at it as an investment because it's going to change your life once you're able to use that credit again. Like, it's just going to change. It's going to turn you up. Like, the $300 to $500 or $1,000 that you're going to spend on credit repair, fixing your credit, is going to open up doors for you to go get $25,000, $50,000 from the bank. Now, if I had $1,000 in this pocket and I had $50,000 in this pocket, which pocket would you pick?
And trust me, bro, you're gonna spend way more. You're gonna spend way more money.
You feel me?
You're gonna spend way more money holding on to that 1,000.
You feel me?
And that's something I've learned through experience. Me and my homeboys talk about it all the time. They try to get me out of what we call a poverty mindset. Just saving your little money. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that you got to save every dollar. And I'm not save some money. But if you ain't got that much, you shouldn't even hold on to it.
Right.
Like, that's how I've learned. You know what I'm saying?
I tell
like,
people this all the time, bro. I can go get you $50,000 from the bank faster than you can save it. I tell the people all the time, I can get you 50 racks from the bank faster than you can save it. And it's going to continue to be that way. You can work 10 years, bro, and try to save 50 racks. And I can go to the bank and get that shit to you. I can go to the bank and get you 50 racks if your profile is lit less than 60 days. Less than 60 days, I can take you to an institution and get you 50 racks in less than 60 days if your profile is lit. If your profile not lit and we got to build it out, give me 90 days. Give me 90 days. 120 and I can build you all the way out, bro, and go get you that 52. I'm
laughing because my expectations is like, okay, if your profile not lit, it might take like 6 months, might take a year. Bruh said 30 more days.
Because you gotta think, bro, all the things that we can do to manufacture your score. We got credit builders,
right?
We got credit builder accounts. I'll give you 3 credit builders right now, just for the people that's watching. I'll give you 3 quick credit builders that you can add to your profile. That's gonna get your shit jumping. You can add what they call Tomo Boost. It's two programs that they got. They got a Boost card that you can get, and then they got a Tomo Boost Builder. So that's 2 accounts that you can add credit builder. That's 2 accounts. We trying to get the 10, right? We trying to get the profile lit. If you only got 2 or 3 and your profile's thin, we're gonna get you the 10.
Oh, so that's what you mean by profile thin? 3 or 4 accounts.
3 or 4 accounts. 10 accounts or more is ideal. I ain't gonna say it's where you have to be, but it's ideal to maximize. If you're trying to go get 50 to 250, if you're trying to go get them, blow them numbers up into that 250, you want to have 10. You want to have 10 positive accounts. You want to have 10 accounts with some decent credit limits and some good age and stuff on there to really fully maximize. But Tomo Boost, that's a good one. I'll give you another one. It's Credit Strong Magnum. Credit Strong Magnum, that's a $2,000 line. You paying $30 a month. You pay them $30 a month. They report a $2,000 trade line to your profile. They reporting that every time you pay $30. And the thing about Credit Strong is they setting up a CD for you. So every time you paying that 30, it's going and they reporting it to your credit profile. They setting that money in a CD. So when you cancel with them, you getting the money back. So it's a win-win, bro. It's a win-win. Now you got a credit line reporting. You saving money at the same time. Now you building your credit while you saving money. So that's another credit builder. And then the third one that I would recommend is a secured loan. It's not a credit builder, but a secured loan. Just like we spoke about on the first episode with Navy Federal, the pledge loan, it's multiple institutions that you can do this at. And I'll give you 2. One is NASA Federal Credit Union, and another one is Digital Federal Credit Union. These are 2 credit unions that you can run this play at outside of Navy Federal, and it's not a whole lot of I'll tell you how you can get into NASA right now. NASA, you can go to nss.org. This is a gem, bro. You can go to the nss.org, sign up for the membership that they have, and now you can get into NASA Federal Credit Union. There you go. Boom.
Hey,
so that's it right there.
Bro,
so those three credit builders right there that you can add. And the only reason I say I recommend the secured loan is because with the secured loan, it doesn't tie up your capital. So with a secured card, you pay and you put money on a secured card, it ties your capital up 6 months, 12 months. You ain't getting that money back. With a secured loan, you put that money into they freeze it. So say for instance, you did a secured loan with NASA. They take the money out of your savings account, they freeze it, and now they opening up an installment loan. The say you did it for 5 G's. They freeze the 5 G's, they're gonna give you the 5 G's right back into your savings account, bro. They're gonna give you the 5 G's right back. Now you got an open secured loan for 5 G's. Out of that 5 G's, you're gonna pay 90% of it back. 90% of it immediately. Soon as that bitch hit your soon as it hit your app, you're gonna go in, call them, do whatever you gotta do, pay 90% of it back immediately. Now once you pay that 90 back, they releasing that same 90 back to you. That 90% that you paid off. Now you back with your original 5 G's that you started with, right? Now you only have 10% remaining on this loan. You paid 90% of it off. Now you got your money back. Every time you make a payment, they release the payment right back to you. It's a fucking cheat code. That's why I recommend secure loans over secure credit cards, because you can rinse and repeat this. Now that same money that you took from and you ran to play at NASA, now we're going to go to Navy Federal with the same 5 G's. We're going to open another secure loan with Navy Federal. Now we're going to rinse and repeat that. It's the same 5 G's. Same 5 G's. Now you got 2 loans hitting on your credit report that's 90% paid off within 60 days. Just like that. Just like that. Boom. Now you got 2 positive trade lines reporting with the credit builders.
Jeez.
You back in the game.
Hey, look.
Back in the game.
So look, we was having a conversation before we set up about.
I told you, bro, I was gonna bring some smoke on this.
You did.
I told you I was gonna bring some smoke.
And I have to reply. I have to reply to these. I have to reply to these gems that you're dropping, and I have to reply to the audience. So I advise you guys, after listening to this, we was having a conversation about niggas who do gang shit. Y'all niggas better start a credit gang.
Like, bro.
Yeah, it better be 20, 30 of y'all niggas get together and run these plays, bro. Like, and not even, and do it right. Like, we grown and we got kids and we are all trying to see the light of day, bro. Do it right. It's out there for you to do it right.
Yep.
We didn't have this information growing up or anybody to give it to us. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
So 20 of us is in jail because we trying to get some money.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's get your game together, watch this episode, find out what you need to find out. What the time looking like, bro? We good, because we started like 3:45, so he blessing us. But anyway, I'd advise y'all start a credit gang. It don't actually have to be a gang, but you feel me? Find people with the same goals, and y'all can really run it up off of doing right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy. It's beyond belief, because like even at the first episode, I'm just thinking about myself. I'm thinking about like things that I gotta do to grow as a leader of the family, whatever. But what about you street niggas with shit to do?
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't got nothing to do. You feel me? Like, y'all can really create a LLC, which can create a job for y'all. And then, you know what I'm saying, somebody out of the 20 gonna have a job. You know, usually when you run with the street niggas, 3 or 4 of y'all got a job. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all might just run together, but niggas go to work.
Big facts.
These is your guys. These is the guys y'all need to pour into.
Yep. But it's, like you said, bro, it's hard. It's hard to change.
Yeah, it's way easier said than done.
Change, the normal niggas thinking. It's hard to, like, bro, like, I don't even approach people talking about credit because they not gonna understand it.
Well,
like,
it's offensive at times,
right? And it's a time and place for everything. But me just talking to the normal nigga, bro, like, I just wouldn't approach him talking about credit because I just know, he's not even like. I was that person before, so I know. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, a normal nigga ain't trying to hear about no motherfucking credit, nigga. They scared of banks and
all that.
Niggas not trying to hear about no credit, bro.
But
like,
what I will tell you, bro, just like we said, just like me and you said on the first episode, it's gonna be niggas that call you, that seen this. They may not say nothing out loud, but I've definitely got at least 5 calls, at least, very least. I at least got 5 calls from the first episode we did. Man, you doing that joint with Drae? Man, I be thinking about, or I'm like, bro, you should just watch the episode. Cause it's so much in there. I can't give you everything. Just watch the episode. Man, I'm gonna check it out.
I'm gonna just put these joints on here real quick just to show.
So you got a book.
Just to show. Just to show for real. Just to show like the power in credit. Like and how you can set yourself up to run these plays. Like, and it's crazy.
It's only one of him right here.
I'm a normal street nigga, bro. Like, I'm a normal nigga from the street, bro. Like, normal nigga that just changed my life, and I did this shit off of credit. Like, all of these are credit cards.
That nigga pulled that joint like a Boosie. Remember when Boosie had the money?
Are credit cards, bro. This is over $250,000 that I'm holding in my hand right here.
Yeah.
Other people's money.
Right.
Other people's money. Other people's bread, bro. Like, and once you learn how to leverage these, I use these, bro, and I travel for free. I get free hotels. It's all off of credit, bro. Like, it's the same money that me and you spending walking in the store. Same money you spend, I just spend it on this, and they give me money back. That's it. It's the same shit. Why the fuck would I rather go in my pocket and spend cash than to use one of these and get cash back?
Hard-earned cash that you work for at a job that you probably don't like.
Bruh, I'm telling you. Like, once you figure out that, I just be trying to put, I like I said, I don't gatekeep. I try to put people on game. I try to give you the information, and whatever you do with the information, bro, you can use it for good or you can use this shit for bad, because the information I'm really giving you, bro, I'm giving you a loaded pistol, my nigga. The information that I'm giving people, bro, is a loaded weapon. It is, bro. Like, it's a loaded weapon. Whatever you intend to do with this information, good or bad, bro, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do with it. Me, I just only got good intentions because I understand the game. Yeah. I understand how to play. People, they'll get the information and they don't fully understand how to play the game, and then they get fucked up. And some people got bad intentions. You feel what I'm saying? Like, some people just do, bro. Like, I can get somebody $50K and they won't know what to do with it. And I'm not a financial advisor. That's not what I do. I don't advise you on what to do with your bread. But at the end of the day, bro, you gotta be the one, you know, knowing I'm giving you a loaded weapon, bro. If I get you a card with $50,000 on it and it's a 0% interest credit card, that gives you a full year of a free 50. Literally a free 50. Like, I'm talking about a free 50. If this card right here don't have no limit. This doesn't have a limit. This gold card, no limit. So it's no preset limit on this card. So I can go in man, I'm about to walk the fuck out of here. Did you understand what I just said, bro? It's no limit on this.
Yeah, I
get somebody one of these. This is a loaded weapon, my nigga. You can go and really do some damage with this shit, is what I'm saying. But I forgot what I was even talking about just now, bro. I forgot
what you was basically getting at is that we had started off saying basically you could basically use your powers for good, and you can use this to utilize your people,
right.
Empower your people, empowering your people.
Bro, 0%. If I get you one like this right here, 75 on one card, 75,000 on one card for 0%. 0% interest, 75,000 on one credit card. Now I can use this full 75 on this card, right? Full 75,000. When my bill is due, I owe them $750. That's it. Out of the 75,000 I spent for the next 11 months, I would owe them $750 or less. Because when my first bill is due, it's gonna be $75. It's gonna be $750. Then next month it's gonna be due. It's gonna be $75,000 minus the $750 that I paid, because it's 0% interest. You're paying no interest on this money that you're borrowing. It's 0%
Jesus Christ.
For one whole year. So if I get you a $75,000 card, you mean to tell me You can't go make 75 with that 75 in 1 year. If you can't, then it's not for you. You don't know how to run a business. It's just that simple, bro. It's that simple. It's not ruining your credit. And then I'll give you another quick play real quick before we go. I know we got to wrap this up. But another thing people scared of is over leveraging, and they scared of going into debt, which if you go look up the world debt clock in the United States, just look it up. Anybody watching this, or just look up the United States world debt clock and look how much debt the United States is in. The world is ran off of debt. So if you're not using other people's money to make your money, you paying just like everybody else paying.
You paying for slavery, basically.
Bruh, I'm using,
like, it's deeper than working for free. You paying the slave.
That we got. I'm using we live in the United States.
Right.
We live in the United States. No other country has a credit system like this. Nobody. The tools are at your disposal. They don't give a fuck if you green, blue, purple, pink, white, black, my nigga. They don't care.
Get money.
Green on paper. Go get the money.
Get money.
Go get the money. That's it.
All right. So I'm going to ask you this. When did you start with those cards? How long ago did you start?
Bruh. I started credit stacking.
Credit stacking. You need to add that to your vocabulary because I will be adding it to mine.
Credit stacking like I'd say 2.5, 3 years ago. I already had credit cards, but I wasn't stacking.
Not to the point where you know what you're doing like this.
Once I figured out the power and how I could leverage credit, bro, I was just going on this crazy stacking spree. Like I say, for instance, we can go on a stacking spree with one bank. I can get you 5 credit cards. Matter of fact, I'll up it. I can get you 8 credit cards with 2 banks right now, today. 1 inquiry. 2 inquiries.
All right, so
2 inquiries, I can get you 8 credit cards right now.
So I'm gonna tell you this: next year there's gonna be a credit episode 3, and you watch where and what and how it's gonna be, because me and everybody that's with me, we going this way.
All right, listen. When we get off the camera, I'm gonna give you some game. I'm gonna give you a personal. Nah, seriously, I'm gonna give you a personal sequence that you can run for yourself. I'm gonna give you a personal one that you can run for yourself, and then you can report it back and tell the people like, yo, this what he gave me and this what I got. I'm
telling you, for real, because it's no way that I'm blessed with another opportunity to run this again.
No doubt.
I'm telling you,
no doubt, bro.
So I'm going to let y'all stay tuned for the credit episode 3. I want to thank my boy here for helping me out today for the brand. Stay sharp. I'm going to let you know 100%. The first episode, I ran some, and my life has definitely have changed, but it's levels to this shit. And that's why we are bringing you to the next level. I look forward to the next level from the game we learned here, the building that me and my man did, because, bro, we came from way back.
Yeah, trenches. Bro.
You feel me?
Trenches.
Way back. And there's a lot of niggas in our crossings together that didn't make it to today.
Facts.
It's a lot of niggas that have, and I salute those who have. I salute those who haven't, because y'all took a risk for us to understand. Whether y'all got the bread or y'all didn't get the bread, we learned from y'all. So I definitely respect those that's behind the wall, free my good man. But those who out here that's free, we black, we powerful, and we got a lot of opportunity if you look in the right places, if you shake the right hands. And that's not even just to like go fake shake hands, but more so open your mind to just pass your hood, pass your friend circle, past the niggas you known for 25 years who ain't told you shit.
No doubt.
You feel what I'm saying? Look past them. You feel me?
No doubt.
Look past them and really grow, bro. Really grow. And like I said, this is better ask somebody to credit episode 2. Stay sharp. Get the book. Go to the website. Look at the episode, and all this information gonna be available to you to move forward into your growth, into our growth, to the whole team. But anyway, This will be on Apple Podcasts. The first episode that will be on our Apple Podcast. That's a cool thing. The video will be on YouTube by Say Something. And we look forward to new buildings. Shout out to Chasing Every Dollar Studios for having us. Luckily, my man agreed to a podcast, so we'll be back. We'll be back soon. Better ask somebody. Credit episode.